So on the downside, this is still my first video since week 2, but on the plus side, I have mine and Amber's ETB battle, your ETB battle with me, two Road to Glories recorded, and I've put up maybe like 5 to 10 shorts. We're getting back there. I promise, guys. We're getting back into it's very hard to get back into a routine after you get sick, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Wise words from Ben. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Nick's Picks. We are in week 3 now of the NFL season, joined as always by Benjamin. Ben, how you doing?
Well, I'm winning in this.
I mean,
I'm winning.
Yeah,
Atlanta
I caught up
won,
a little bit, but
Atlanta got their first dub, but I am 0-2 in fantasy. So thanks for letting me join your fantasy
me
league,
too.
bud.
I'm also 0-2, so it's fun. The comeback can't happen unless you have a setback, you know? All right, so we did have 2 differs last week. We thought we only had 1, but Ben forgot to give me his Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Texans pick. So then he randomly was like, fuck it, give me the Bucks. So he got that one right, but I did get the challenge pick right. So I did gain a point on Ben. It's a 5-point lead currently going into week 3. So after that week 1 performance, it's just kind of a clawback at this point. Let's go into the week 2 recap real quick, and I'm just gonna pop it up on the screen for you guys what the week 2 recap is rather than have it scroll down below, because we're gonna get into the slower thing here in a minute. But yeah, it's just, this is a lot faster than for me, so sorry. But just real quick, just to go over it, the challenge game was the Packers beating the Commanders. Ben was forced to switch to that one because at first, again, like we thought, we only had 1 differ. Cowboys and the Giants. I'm not going to talk about the Giants at all in this episode. I'm just going to throw up a little clip. I don't know if you guys know who this is. It's Vic something. I can't think of the actual name of it, but I'll have the clip. I'll throw up a second of it right now.
We can all talk about the positives and how we played better this week, but at the end of the day, it's a loss. You got the second base with the cantaloupe. You made out with your cat. You had great sex with your hand. All those things is what a loss is. Positives? There are no positives. You took your grandmother to the prom. That is not a positive. That's a loss.
What he said is exactly how I feel about this game. So that is all I'm just going to let that clip speak for itself. I'll put the link for it in the description down below. You guys can check it out. That's how my feelings are about that Giants game, and we'll move on. Rams beat the Titans. Not that interesting. Bengals beating the Jaguars. Joe Burrow gets injured with toe turf, potentially needing surgery. I think we got that update today. But yeah, he's out for like 3 months. So if the Bengals can recover from that, we'll get to that in a little bit. The Ravens destroyed the Browns 41-17. This was close for a while, and then the Ravens just blew away with this one. Bills over the Jets 30-10. Patriots over the Dolphins 33-27. Drake May finally looked good. 49ers beat the Saints with like nobody, but it's the Saints. The Lions destroyed the Bears. Seahawks go on to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 31-17. Colts in a controversial way kind of beat the Denver Broncos 29-28 after missing a 60-yard field goal for the win, and a leverage call was made that you've never probably seen called in your life, giving them a second chance for the kick, and it went through. Colts go on to win. Cardinals beat the Panthers. We'll talk about this one in a little bit too. The Eagles went on to beat the Chiefs 20-17. Kind of a boring game. Falcons went on to get their first win of the season 22-6. Tampa Bay went on to beat Houston 20-19. Highlight of that game, Baker Mayfield gets injured and then remembers he has to talk some shit to CJ Gardner-Johnson and gets right up and does it. And then the Chargers went on to beat the Raiders 20-9. So that rounds out the recap. We do have slower coming in. We kind of already recorded that segment, but we're going to get into that right now. So let's bring slower in here. All right. Slower, welcome back. It is week 3. You have some hot takes for us. I also have a few hot takes, and we're gonna try to keep this under 10 minutes, mister. So we're gonna roll through some of these. So I'm gonna let you go first because I feel like some of my hot takes might coincide with some of yours, so I'm gonna let you go first.
I definitely agree with that. And to start off, which I think you're probably going to talk about, because I think you hinted about it in DMs. I don't know if you guys watched the Eagles and Chiefs game. It was actually pretty boring. Very boring for one specific specific
I didn't
reason.
watch it. I heard it was boring.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're all getting tired of it. The tush push is gonna be banned by next year.
Like the tush push is fine, just fucking officiate it correctly. Like
Yeah.
if you're going, and the fact that Eagles fans are being just as annoying about it as Chiefs fans have been for the last however many years, just they're making themselves the new team to hate.
We were only 2 votes off last year. This next one I think is probably one of my hotter takes. Probably.
Are you going
So
off
when-
the Eagles game or no? Are you still on the
No.
Eagles? Oh, okay.
No, if you want to go off the Eagles game, you can right now.
Oh, okay. Well, my hot take about the Eagles is they are not even a top 5 offense in the league.
I would only say no in that they can still run the ball,
And Jalen Hurts is not a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
which is ironic because we both had him.
And I was wrong. I think I
feel like
can
this is the
already
thing with
see it.
Jalen Hurts. He
Am I
always has to
over?
run
Am I
really-
overreacting to 2 weeks of football? Probably, but
Oh yeah.
Well,
I
through
think
2
that-
weeks, Daniel Jones was like an MVP. So
I don't think
like,
this is going to be a top 5 offensive year out of Philly, and I think that's what's going to lose them either the NFC Championship game to Green Bay or the Super Bowl to Buffalo.
Speaking of top 5 quarterbacks, you know, so when we talk about, you know, top 5 quarterbacks, someone says, "Yo, what's your top 5 QBs?" 4 names are typically listed, right? We all know Mahomes, we all know Lamar, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. Well, I love the phrase "the best ability is availability." Can we just remove Joe Burrow from like that top 5 contender now? Because he has been injured so many times, and of course it's not his fault. I'm not gonna blame him. Of course I'm not. But at some point, when can we say we need to put other QBs in that top 5?
Do you want to go first, Nick?
Like, I get where Slower's coming from. Yes, I do still agree Joe Burrow is talent-wise a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Are the Cincinnati Bengals winning anything with that top 5 quarterback in the NFL anytime soon? No, and they really should be because they do have more talent outside of Joe Burrow.
Y'all remember Andrew Luck? Andrew Luck played 6 seasons and he was sacked 174 times. Joe Burrow played 6 seasons, less games, and has been sacked 201 times. The Bengals,
So Andrew Luck's a
either-
bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
you can say Joe Burrow's top 5 talent, which I agree with. But when you say, oh, he needs to be available, he needs to not be injured, maybe if they fucking protected their quarterback,
He does need to leave Cincinnati. I
he either
full-heartedly
needs to leave
want...
Cincinnati,
Yeah.
or Cincinnati needs to prove for once in their life they're not stingy, not gonna happen, and get an O-line, also not gonna happen. So I think personally, the moment Joe Burrow leaves to another team that has at least a decent O-line, like I'm not saying like Philly's O-line or like even Baltimore's, we're like, I'm not saying the top end, just middle of the road.
But that's what I'm saying right now. I think we can remove him.
I will not.
We will move on to another hot take that revolves around the Bears and both Panthers. Bryce Young got benched midway through for the Red Rifle, I'm pretty sure it was. Last 3 games, he came back, looked pretty good this season. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm just saying that if the Bears go 0-4 to start the season, maybe the Bears should hold something like that for Caleb Williams, because clearly whatever is happening with the Bears, it's not working.
I would say I would say you got to at least like finish the season with Caleb Williams. If I'm the Chicago Bears, I mean, yeah, you're right. It has been a train wreck. You have to at least finish the season with Caleb Williams. And then if your worst case scenario is Caleb's just not it, let Ben Johnson draft the next
Anyone.
quarterback. I don't know. I don't see a bright future for Chicago either. So I don't know what the right answer is because they've never had it. I feel like you got to at least let Ben Johnson try with somebody that's not Caleb Williams.
I would like to normalize the idea that rookies, especially specifically at the quarterback position, should not start at any point during their rookie year. We have seen a lot of times.
We've seen it work though too. We've seen Jaden Daniels go off. We've seen Russell Wilson go off.
We've seen like, okay, and how many don't? That's my reasoning. And then obviously not all still work out. Like, I mean, you still get like your Jamarcus Russells. You still get your like Sam Bradford. Like you still get quarterbacks that end up just still being ass. Caleb, I don't think was ready to start, but because he went to Chicago, kind of had to
Well,
start.
he's the number 1 overall pick. He should be ready to start.
No, and I
he's
get it.
gonna
I mean,
wait
Cam
Jaden
Ward
Daniels
just
was,
has
like,
nothing. Like Cam Ward.
True.
I feel bad for Cam Ward.
he realized real quick why Tennessee had the number 1 overall pick.
Can we just call it what it is? I mean, JJ McCarthy, I mean, first off, he's going to be injured, so whatever about that. Congratulations to the Falcons for being the Vikings. But I really feel like the Vikings really screwed up by just not re-signing Sam Darnold.
Yeah, honestly, I agree. They should have just
disagree with
re-signed
that.
Sam Darnold.
Going
Not
back
that
to
he's
the-
lighting it up in Seattle or anything like that,
No.
but two totally different systems. Like, it was working in Minnesota. I don't understand why you stride away from that. Let JJ continue to learn. If the hot take is you would have given Sam Darnold that 3-year deal, I disagree with that. I mean, there's no reason to pay him for 3 years because he was not your future, but
No.
he was working. So I think another year of Sam Darnold would have been a lot better than what they're getting right now.
You know, Sunday, the Browns versus the Packers, and I'm not gonna lie with you guys. I just don't see Joe Flacco making it out of that game past the third quarter. I think we're gonna see Dylan Gabriel on Sunday.
You think it'll be Dylan before Shedeur? Yeah, probably. Actually,
Yeah.
now that I say that out
Is-
loud, yeah, it'll be Dylan.
I think
first.
he's not. I think he's higher on the
But
depth.
are they gonna go Kenny first, or did Kenny make
I
the
don't think they'll
team?
Kenny.
Cleveland's going to make the change at some point, and Shedeur is going to play at some point too.
Kenny is not on the team. It is in order: Flacco, Gabriel, Sanders, and then technically Deshaun Watson.
Oh,
technically.
yeah, technically, Deshaun Watson will not play this year, but
No.
Dylan Gabriel is going to start at some point here. I don't know if it'll be week 3.
For my last one, I think Nick is gonna absolutely love this
All right.
with wholeheartedly. Daniel Jones, Daniel Diamonds, Indiana Jones.
I just want to hear like how far he's going to take this. Like, what's he going to do?
Yeah.
Win MVP or go to the Super Bowl?
He will be the AFC South winner for the Colts. Not only that, top 3 MVP running.
Okay, that's where I would draw the line.
I can see them winning the South now.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 weeks ago I would not have ever said that, but I can see them winning the South. I mean, he's got a lot of weapons there in Indianapolis, and an O-line. Did anyone remember what an O-line can do for a quarterback? It's oh my god, it's like I know what I'm talking about or something like that. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I think he looks phenomenal these last 2 weeks. They have not punted the ball in these 2 games, not once.
If
have
I
done
had
that.
gotten on here preseason week 1 and told you that by week 3 the 2 leading passers in the NFL would be Daniel Jones and Russell Wilson, like how hard would you guys have roasted me for that?
I would have just been like, never talk again.
Yeah,
Like cancel your show. Don't even
Like-
act like
like
you
I
know
would-
anything about football. Crazy stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot of what you said today. So it wasn't too out there. I mean, the Joe Burrow thing got Ben a little fired up.
I just can't stand people saying it's the quarterback when if you just watched that one play,
I mean,
you saw the entire
and I
O-line just
side with that
collapse.
because we all said it was Russell Wilson's fault, and then it's amazing what happens when the O-line protects him against a really shitty defensive front.
I love Jerry Jones. You know what? Make my picture Jerry Jones now.
I hope Jerry Jones lives a long and prosperous life
I hope
as
he
the
fucking
owner of the
puts on
Dallas
the blues.
Cowboys. All right,
I hope he becomes an immortal thing. Yeah.
peace out, Slower.
Peace out.
We are back, Slower. That was very, very, very whatever.
He's
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what I was going to say about that. I could have said anything about that, but I just decided to go with nothing. Let's get into our week 3 predictions, and boom, they are up on the screen right now for you guys to take a look at. We only have 2 differs this week, like I was saying, and the challenge is going to be that Bears and Cowboys game that I disagree with, but we'll get to that in a little bit. We actually start with talking about the Sunday night game, which is my game, the Giants going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. And if you had told me this was a battle of 0-2 teams at the beginning of the season, I probably would have believed it, honestly, looking at the Chiefs' first 2 games. Like, you know, I would have definitely believed that the Giants were 0-2. But if you had just worded it that these 2 would have the same record, you know, I would be a lot more optimistic than what we're getting. And
I was gonna say, if I told you the Giants and the Chiefs have the same record through 2 weeks, I feel like that would be the appropriate reaction.
yeah, so I don't think that the Giants are going to win this game. I do think that they kind of put up a fight because the Giants, although they didn't show it in the last game against Dallas, especially the fourth quarter / overtime against Dallas, although they didn't show that, they do have a good defense. And Kansas City's offense has been struggling a lot. The defense can definitely hold this offense to minimal points, but I just don't see a world in which the Giants win this game. I just don't see it happening. In primetime football, for the Chiefs to go 0-3 and lose to the Giants, like that would be rock bottom.
But I mean, I think I will say when it comes to the Giants, at least the one thing you can say is you had offense. Like, I know Dallas defense does suck. Fucking Diggs look like burnt toast.
I do
But
think that the Giants offense benefited a lot from very, very shitty Dallas defense play.
I agree.
So, and I don't think they're going to get that against Kansas City. So I think we're going to see more along the lines of the offense we saw against Washington than what we saw against Dallas. Hopefully it's at minimum somewhere in between. I think Brian Dable was just trying to get cute at this point to save his job.
Yeah.
And it's getting a little sad to see. Brian Dable lost that game for the Giants. Going into your game, who the fuck do the Falcons play this week? You go up against the Panthers. You guys are kicking the shit out of the Panthers. Do we even need to talk about this?
Yeah, no.
I mean, the Panthers started to look good in the fourth quarter there against the Cardinals. Again, I don't know what happened. I looked down, it was 27-6, and I was pissed that James Conner got a touchdown because that's who I was going up against while I had Marvin Harrison and Trey McBride on my team. Fuck me, I guess, in fantasy. Yeah, it was 27-6, and they won this game 27-22. So I don't know what happened towards the end there for Carolina, but again, Atlanta's offense actually looks okay, and their defense has been solid since like 2 years ago.
My mentality is we finally look like we have pass rushers. Like the rookies are doing very well. Like I'm not gonna like go out and say like, oh, they're amazing. Both are gonna be no. They both look good. Penix didn't have obviously as good a game as he had week 1. I mean, both yards wise, but he didn't turn the ball over. He made smart decisions, and really the way they won last week was with the run game, especially with Bijan. If they can keep just a run, I want to say run heavy focused offense, but if they can like kind of keep that going to give Penix more development time, I think that'll like help him a lot more, especially if you can always be like, oh, I can hand to my like Pro Bowl, like all pro running back. He's going to get at least 5 yards.
Interesting. Are we going with Monday for the game of the week?
Oh yeah. Even though I'm at low scoring, I definitely because I mean it's definitely not the Sunday night game. As I'm pretty sure that's the only good game this week.
Well, pretty consensus. The Monday night game is our game of the week. The Lions going up against the Baltimore Ravens. This was a Super Bowl matchup that we wanted to see. Was this last year or the year before?
Year before, because that was when it was the Niners and the Lions, and I think the Chiefs and the Ravens.
Something like
I think
that.
it was-
Yeah, because the Lions lost in like the first or second round last year. This was a Super Bowl matchup we could have gotten, and one that, I mean, we still technically could get. I don't know if the Lions are quite still on that level yet. The Ravens certainly could be, but I mean, I think this should be a pretty interesting game, and I think this should tell us a lot about both of these offenses, because I think both of these defenses are actually very good. This is interesting. We both do have the Ravens winning this one, I believe, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I didn't even know what I picked there for a second.
Yes, I have the Ravens.
We both do have the Ravens winning this one. We both do have it as a close game. I have it a little bit more of a high scorer game than you do, but yeah, I think this should be a very good game, and I could see either one of these teams winning, so I'm kind of glad this didn't end up being our challenge.
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought I had a little bit lower score, but I forgot I had it 30-28.
Oh, okay. So not much different.
This is kind of my mentality with it. I'm leaning towards the Ravens just because they're home, and I
don't know. I
really
do think the Ravens are the better team. It's just,
well, that's the other reason too. I think they're the better team. I think they're the more complete team. Like, they have the more complete, even though they still gave up a lot of points against Buffalo. I mean, Josh Allen there's only so much you can contain when it's like a top 5 quarterback.
Really going to come down to the big plays at the end of the game, and I think Jared Goff is more likely to make a mistake in that situation.
Whoever stops the opposing team's run game first, and Lamar's better at passing than people probably give him credit for, but I do think if you can make the Ravens one-dimensional, you have a chance to win.
And then finishing it out, we do have our challenge game of the week, and it is the Cowboys going up against the Bears. And we did have another differ this week. We actually had the Vikings and the Bengals as a differ, but the actual challenge, the one that'll be worth 2 points, is the Cowboys and Bears. And I don't see your reasoning here. I mean, Dallas, as much as we shit on Dallas has a great offense. And as we saw last week, that's all you need to beat the Chicago Bears.
I hear that, but there's at a point where I feel like this is going to be similar to the Saints from last year, in that they look, obviously the Saints started off way hotter than Dallas did this year, but I think we might see where like offense looks good, it's clicking. Like, they still looked good against Philly. Neither of them scored in the second half, but I think that was just because of the weather, in my personal opinion. And I'm not saying like the Bears are gonna like win this game and go on like a win streak. No, they're probably gonna win this game and then they're not gonna win for another like 6 weeks. Like, but I do think that this is the point where Dallas starts to show, and it could be in a positive way, but I think this is where it's gonna show like, no, this team is not that good. Dak has to carry this team, and I don't think he's capable. I just don't think think the team's equipped to do it.
Well, we'll have to see what happens this season, this week. But that is it for Knicks Picks Week 3. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you're commenting down below to be joined into the giveaway for our mystery Japanese Pokemon slab that we have been posting all about in every short that you've been seeing on the channel. And I've been talking about in every video on the channel as well. We're at about 210 right now, so let's keep it going. And we will see you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Peace. And you know what we got to do, Ben. You know what we have to do. If we're giving away a Japanese Pokemon slab, we got to open a Japanese Pokemon pack. We have Mega Symphonia, one of the newest set to come out. It is just now releasing in English. I actually, on a rip till you hit, got a Mega Abomasnow from that set, the English one though.
Oh, I got the Japanese one. Never mind then.
So, and that doesn't even have any like cards or any prices available on like any of the apps. So interesting enough, we will have to see, but let's see what we can get out of this Mega Symphonia pack. Oh, there's something. We got a EX. Is that a Latios? Question mark? No, I don't think so. It's something.
Well, Latios and Latios, I think they look the same, but it's an EX.
It is an EX.
One of them.
Nonetheless, I will take it. It's something. Well, we will see you guys in week 4, and I promise you to have some videos in between this week and next week. We're getting back into it. Have a great one. We already said that. Peace.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
We're all over the place. Don't you take my line. Fuck your EX. Yeah, exactly. Fumble it. Bye, guys.